Would you be willing to sit for hours getting stabbed repeatedly with a single needle? Well, the Celtic warriors and prisoners did. Now, how many of you in the room have a tattoo? I have two of them myself, one of which I did myself in 8th grade. It was a stick and poke, and I did it with a sewing needle. And the other family member did. It took about 1.5 hours. It wasn't that painful. It was pretty quick and easy. Now, even though we all know tattoos hurt and take forever, we still get them. And I bet most of you don't know a lot of the history around tattoos. I will tell you about how all the Celtics were one of the main starters of tattoos and the meaning behind the tattoos that they created. And also about how my family and myself are in the tattoo business. Tattooing started with the Celtics as a way to intimidate their enemies. They would also dye their hair bright colors and have mohawks as another way to intimidate. They would also tag their prisoners with tattoos so that if they ever escaped, it would be a little bit easier to find them. The Celtics created their tattoo ink by harvesting and drying leaves of the native woad plant, which they boiled, strained, and then boiled again to create a blue paste-like dye. To apply the tattoo, they would tap the woad paste into their skin with needle-like implements that forced blue stain under the skin. Many Celtic warriors had Celtic knot or braid tattoos across their shoulders and their chest, sometimes on their back even. The Celtic braid tattoos could mean such things as like love, loyalty, strength, unity, and some for religious purposes. Since my main family heritage is Celtic, about 50% of my family members tattoo. I've seen them both give tattoos and receive tattoos all in the past. And naturally, I was very interested in it because I was surrounded by it my whole life. This year, I finally got my first tattoo set up and have been practicing for about an hour a day, every day, to make sure I'm able to get the technique down, get shading, get everything correct so that one day I can hopefully tattoo on somebody else or myself. And I want to make sure that every tattoo I give or get has meaning. Like currently I have my Winnie the Pooh one, which has a lot of meaning to my childhood. And then I have an arrow on my ankle. That was the one I did in 8th grade. And it just means to like keep moving forward. Let your arrow lead you. So with all that said, I want to thank you for listening to the mighty Celtic warriors and the prisoners they took captive during war. I hope you all know a little bit more about tattoos and the origins of the art. With all the knowledge you now know, I ask you again, would you willingly sit for hours getting stabbed repeatedly with a single needle?